PCS into Germany with kids? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? My name is DT. I'm a content creator stationed in Bavaria, Germany. I focus on three things: PCS Prep, travel, and local life as an American living overseas. Disclaimer, we don't have kids.
Why am I listening to you?
But my wife has been a teacher on base here since 2014. All of our circle of friends are teachers, and for the first 4 years that we lived in Germany, I actually worked at the school as an educational aide for kindergartners, special ed. I was the high school basketball coach, and I pretty much subbed all grade levels. So I'm basically a kid myself.
Oh.
So here's what I can tell you. First of all, expectations. PCS into Germany is hard and stressful, but that negative energy can rub off on the kids. So give them time to adjust, set up routines, give yourself time to adjust. The whole family needs time, including your pet. Everyone needs time to process this new transition. In fact, I've created hundreds of videos for you to learn more about PCS into Germany expectations, local life, travel, so that you can relieve some stress and have a positive experience
Namaste.
living overseas. Schools, there's a few options. DODEA, on base, Department of Defense Education Activity. For most people that come to a military installation, active duty, command sponsored, your kids will go to a DOD school. But there are 4 categories. So if you're a civilian contractor, you need to make sure that the school tuition is included in your contract. Otherwise, this is going to play a big part in making a decision on whether you want to live here or not. School tuition is up to about $25,000 per student per year. So you might want to take a look at that before you enroll your kid or accept any job as a civilian contractor moving over to Germany. Very important. You want to bring all your documents when enrolling your kids into school. So orders, transcripts, immunizations, 504 plans, IDPs, etc. For local support, you'll also want to contact the school liaison officer. They can help you out with enrollment. They can help you with consulting with different schooling options that you have on base, such as homeschooling and the CDC, which is the Child Development Center. The CDC is a weekday childcare for ages 6 weeks to 5 years old, or preschool, right? But you need to get on the waiting list for that. There is a waiting list. And spots are very limited. So as soon as you know that you're coming over to Germany and you have orders in hand, I would go and get on the waiting list immediately. But again, check with your school liaison officer to learn more details about that. And I'll actually leave a link in the description to give you an idea, an example of what a middle school is like living over here on base in Germany. Okay, off-base options. You have basically 2 options: the international schools and or German schools. And I would say less than 1% of all the kids that are stationed overseas over here through the U.S. military go to schools off base, whether it be international or a German school, but they are options for you. I'll leave a link in the description to some international school options near military bases. But German schools, yes, this is an option, but it's a little difficult for you to get your kid into a German school. It's going to be about availability, where they're going to take German kids over American kids. And then obviously there's big differences that you need to think about with the German school versus the American school, such as the different holidays that they have there, taking kids out of class. You can actually get fined for taking kids out of school in a German school. So there's a lot of rules and regulations that you may not be used to that you want to get used to before thinking about doing that option. The language barrier can sometimes will be an issue there if you don't speak German. And then the school year is a little different than the kids that are going to school on base. I believe it starts in mid-August and ends in the beginning of July. So just some things to think about when you're doing trip planning or trying to figure out your own daily schedule, work schedules and whatnot, if you want to put your kids into a school outside of base. Stuff to do for kids. Now, this is highly dependent on where you're located when you're stationed over here in Germany. There's obviously going to be a lot more opportunities for your kids and stuff to do, like sports and after school programs, if you're in a larger city like in the KMC area versus if you're in a smaller, more rural village type area like in Hohenfels, for example. But at a minimum, at the high school level, you can definitely expect football, basketball, cheerleading, tennis, volleyball. What else am I missing? Wrestling, soccer, track and field. Did I say that already? For after school programs, they have junior ROTC, marksmanship, drill team, and all types of different clubs. Oh, and Club Beyond, which is a military community youth ministry. You can also get into CYS or host nation clubs off base, but let me be completely honest with you. you need to lower your expectations with regards to sports and sports activities, after school programs after school. It's not like anything that you are used to in the States at all. It's, there's not a lot of resources out here. There's not a lot of volunteers and a lot of people that are putting together these programs. So it is limited. So you just need to come here with that expectation up front. But there are opportunities for your kids to get involved with things, seasonal things, like ski programs, drama club, yearbook, student council, JLS, NJHS. The opportunities are there. You just have to go out there and find them at the middle school level and at the high school level. And again, it depends on exactly where you are and how many resources and volunteers and coaches and things you have available in that area. Travel and cultural changes. So as you are probably aware, there are a ton of travel opportunities here in Germany as well as all throughout Europe, and they make it very easy for you to, with public transportation, to travel to these different locations. What I love about Germany specifically is that it's very family oriented, and not just the parents and the kids, but also the pets. Right? So they're very pet friendly with regards to the hotels that you're staying in, the restaurants that you're going to, and many of the attractions that you may go to here in Germany. Now, I've got a link in the description that'll take you to all my Google Map locations of all of the amusement park, water parks, the animal parks around here in Germany, not to mention the upside down houses that they have, alpine coasters, military resorts, etc. My recommendation when you get here with your kids is to involve the kids with your travel plans and travel opportunities that you have for your 3-day weekends and the school breaks that you have. Set up travel goals. Set up travel goals when you first get here, and you're only going to be here for a limited time. 3 years if you're active duty, 5 years if you're a civilian. But make travel goals and involve the entire family on places that they want to go to. Put those on paper on a wall somewhere so that you guys can check things off as you continue to travel and explore the local area and throughout Europe. But travel goals are very fun for the whole family to get excited and to anticipate upcoming travel activities that you guys are going to get into for the weekend or for the holiday. Oh, another thing you can do while traveling with kids is come up with creative ways to document your travel experiences, such as TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram Reels, creating your own YouTube channel, and scrapbooks. We just started doing this. We just got back from Egypt and created this entire scrapbook. Now, the technology these days are crazy, where I can literally take like a Polaroid camera, an old school Polaroid camera, and connect it to my iPhone and then print out digital photos and put it into little scrapbooks like this. So things like this are fun. We're gonna do this when my niece comes to visit in Paris. She's always wanted to go to Paris, and I'm gonna take her there and create a whole scrapbook for her. But I know a lot of people go on vacation and already take pictures and videos and stuff, but never do anything with it. This is just another way for you to kind of get involved with your kids with fun memories and documenting all the different experiences that you guys have over here while living overseas. Prepare for the cultural differences, and not just your kids, but also you. There is going to be a lot of cultural changes and cultural shock things that you're going to have to get used to when you get over here to Germany. I've got a blog post and a video that goes over quite a bit of all those culture shock things that I will leave in the description below. But you really ought to have those conversations with your kids early on before they get over here, so they can prepare mentally on the different cultural differences in Germany, such as the things that they're going to be eating, traveling, being exposed to different cultures and customs and courtesies. The language will be different. Most kids can't drive over here when they're 16. Look, this is not to scare you or your kids or anything. This is just new things that you need to be aware of. For example, my city that I live in is over 750 years old. So you better believe when a guy like me walks into the local grocery store, what is this guy wearing? You might get a few stares. Okay, and lastly, communicating with family and friends back home. It sounds easy, but you as the parent really should take this initiative to get the entire family involved in communicating back with their friends and their family that they have back stateside. Utilize social media such as WhatsApp and FaceTime, or find fun ways to remain in touch back home. You know what we do? We actually send postcards. It's old school, but everybody loves receiving something in the mail, especially grandma.
Thanks, sweetie.
So this is actually the city that we live in. They have little free postcards down in the Rathaus. So we grab these postcards and we'll send them to friends and family, So it's just a fun way for you to show what you're doing, where you're at, and how exciting that this new life can be overseas. Well, that is about it for today. I hope you guys found some value out of all the information that I gave you. I will leave links in the description that correspond to all the different topics. And then I will also leave the blog post that corresponds to this specific video, which was written by a local blogger, Leanna Brown, who is a full-time mom and gives her perspective of living in Germany with kids as well. So for more PCS Prep content, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.